As I was saying, there's this old saying that money makes the world go around, right? And I've been doing some thinking, and I'm like, really? First of all, money cannot move itself. People make the world go around, not money. But the correct statement is to say, uh, taxpayers makes the world go around. Because I don't know if you know it, but everybody in this world, or maybe let's talk about our country, everybody in this country, they pays tax. Everybody in this country, we pay tax, whether it's through income tax, or maybe it's through VAT, or maybe it's through fuel levy, or import duties, or company tax. Everybody pays tax in this country, right? So today, maybe in this episode, we're gonna try to break down how this money can make the world go around. You know, because sometimes it's a bit tricky to say, how can taxpayers make the world go around? Well, just sit back, relax. And by the way, welcome back to the LungTrey segment. Remember, this is the segment we're going to be talking, listening, sharing, laughing. If it's laughable, niggas. All you all know. You gotta laugh. I mean, that's the whole point. The point is to laugh. So, but as I was saying, taxpayers makes the world go around because maybe we can try to break down the types of taxes, right? Because I'm not gonna devil in all of them. Not gonna devil in all the types of taxes because there are so many. Everything is being charged tax recently. So in terms of your income tax, as we all know that everybody that's working, before they can get their net salary, there are some deductions that they gotta take, your medical aid bills, your UIF bills, all those type of bullshit. They all fall under a certain type of tax, right? And as we all know that whether you're working for the public sector or the private sector, there's this thing called payee. Oh, I don't know if is it payee or it's pay, because at the end of the day, you still gotta pay. So payee is basically something. It is basically pay as you earn. You know, so the higher you earn is the higher you pay. The lower you earn is the lower you pay. So basically, somebody who's earning like a 10K a month, their tax bracket is not gonna be the same as somebody who's earning like 50K a month. I don't know how they calculate the thing, but we cannot pay the same amount. Meanwhile, I'm earning peanuts and you are earning a lot more. But this thing of saying pay as you earn eventually is going to be equivalent to the person who's earning 10K and the person who's earning 50K. Somehow we are the same because I'm earning more and I'm paying more. Obviously, I'm still going to be left with some money, but I'm paying more. I might even be paying more than what you're earning as the person who earns 10K, right? So, and then we have like your value added tax, where all your groceries and your accessories, your cosmetics, whatever, things that can be consumed. Consumed, I don't necessarily mean you gotta eat it, but your controller, your Xbox, you gotta consume it, right? Because you're gonna use it. So all those products, they are being charged tax, and at the same time, they are saying there are certain products that are VAT exempt, right? VAT exempt is basically they're trying to say that these products, they cannot be charged tax, like your brown bread. I don't know why they just say your brown bread, your milk, and your fish. Some basic stuff, they can't be charged tax. Meanwhile, the rest of the stuff, they can be charged tax. I mean, think of this as the whole country. Let's say what will happen if we all decide to only buy brown bread and milk, maybe your eggs, and and a fish. So meaning the government won't be able to generate money through those products, right? But it's crazy because that's where they end up producing your substitute goods or complementary goods, so that even though you can't pay tax for this product, you still need the other one so that you can gain your satisfaction, something like that. And then we have this thing, the fuel levy, where the price of petrol has been added tax, the price of diesel has been added tax, the price of oil has been included in the tax bracket. And then we got the tariffs, where if you wanna buy goods from the other country, you gotta pay a certain extra fee. It's not even about the delivery. You just gotta pay a certain extra fee because we have stores and businesses in our country, but you're just deciding that you know what, I'm just gonna buy something from the rest of the country, right? The rest of the world, sorry to say. And then we also have your company tax, where any company that's generating profit, they has to pay a certain fees. Yeah, a certain fee, certain tax, a certain percentage. And then it also depends on what kind of business we talking about, what kind of company we're talking about, because we have like your close cooperation, your partnership, you have your, apparently even sole traders are paying tax now. All those stuff. That is why currently people are just starting organizations, because through an organization you cannot be charged tax, of which I find it very bizarre, because even now lately people are beginning to launder money through those organizations, because they realize that those companies, they cannot be charged tax, right? And then now here's the thing, where does all this money goes from? Your income tax, your value added tax, your fuel, your import duties, your company tax. Where does all this money go? All this money, it goes to SARS, apparently. Not apparently. I mean, people, we've always known this, but somehow we gotta break down this thing, right? How does this money end up at SARS? And how does one end up paying a certain fee on anything? Because everything has been charged tax, and then all that money, it goes to SARS. So what I've realized is that SARS, South African Revenue Service, is it a revenue service or some yeah, I think I'm right. South African Revenue Service. So SARS, apparently it generates, well, okay, I can't say it generates, because it's not really a business. It's like a mafia type of vibe. So apparently SARS collects 1.8 trillion. That's the money yearly. And then remember, SARS is an agency to the government, right? So SARS, it's like we have the government, and then the government decided to introduce this agency to collect all the money on its behalf, right?
Trejo Tebugo from Turf Loop, but currently residing in Brakpan. I'm a scriptwriter and a filmmaker. I've always wanted to study film and TV production, but due to lack of funds, I ended teaching myself how to write scripts, shoot, edit, and direct short films and podcasts. I started a YouTube channel, LungTrey Studio, where I shoot short films and podcasts on my Samsung.
We live in a world where the system and capitalism turns a blind eye on its hoi polloi. As we all know that nothing is permanent, I welcome you all to the LungTrey segment, where we're gonna talk, share, listen, and laugh, if it's laughable. So sit back, relax. I'm your host, Trejo Tebo here. See you soon.